Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the Just Keep Swimming podcast. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Mr. Adrian Jackson, and we're in the studio again with another great episode for you. And you already know who's with me. It's your boy.
Uno, trois. Except I'm actually kind of feeling kind of Donovan today.
Okay.
I'm exhausted, bro.
Yeah, the gym got you.
No, I didn't even. I skipped the gym because I had the gym last night at the rave,
Oh.
and then I gymmed earlier that day. So no, I'm gassed right now.
I mean, you can't beat it though, bro. Cardio and fun goes together. You can't beat that at all,
Nah.
man. You gotta love it.
Sweating.
Yes.
Sweating. But if y'all ever want to come to a rave, let us know. I will be there. I'll give you your first experience. We can just go in. But yeah.
Just make sure y'all understand. He said he'll be there. I'm not the raver. I'm not the raver. Don't invite me to that. Yeah, I might show up. I might meet you in the parking lot and say have fun, but that's about it. So yes, don't invite me to that.
Right.
So with all that being said, I just want to start off by saying this episode is sponsored by NXIII.
Oh,
So please make sure you check out his beats. Check out everything. And yes, you never know. He might offer you a little deal if you say you heard off the Just Keep Swimming podcast.
Oh yeah. Nope. Ooh, shoot, I'll knock off $10.
Okay, there we go. We got deals working out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, sponsored by number 13. You gotta love it. All right, so fellas, ladies, gentlemen, we have a great episode coming for you guys today. We have a very special guest right now. Someone I actually went to high school with. Been rubbing shoulders with her throughout the city. She's been coming out to the kickballer games, events, supporting. I know when she has her little fundraisers, I try to throw in a couple cash. Definitely, even if it's just a little wristband, you know what I'm saying? Just to show the support, you know? So I just want to bring to the microphone Miss Brianca.
Hello, everybody. What's happening, y'all? So glad to be here.
Yes, ma'am. I'm
So
glad
glad
you
to
are
be
here.
here.
You know what I'm saying? I like your little headband
Thank
thing.
you.
Nah.
You know, I had to cancel my hair appointment just to show up for Just Keep Swimming.
Man,
hey.
So I'm gonna bedazzle it. You know, I'm gonna make it work. Yeah.
I just want to say I appreciate you for making that
Absolutely.
sacrifice. 'Cause, you know,
Absolutely.
I know how important the hair is. Right now, you know, I'm starting getting toward my caveman look again.
That's
so.
all right. We're still in pandemic, right?
No,
Yeah,
well,
Yeah, we're
technically-
still good.
Technically,
We're still
technically,
good.
you know.
A little bit.
Yeah, I'm just tired of the caveman, man. I like to look fresh, bro.
Nah.
The caveman, I feel when I have the caveman look, I throw people off because like, oh, he look rough, but he's intelligent. So it's
There
like,
you go.
you know, it bounces off.
Keep them on the toes.
Yes. All right, Bree. So the reason we brought you here today is to, you know, have a great conversation. I actually wanted to talk a little bit about the Pearl Factory.
Sure.
I know you've been doing that for a while now. It's like almost like 5 years. Not
It's
longer?
been since 2014. So what's that?
Ooh, that's 7 years.
We in the game.
Yes, I love it.
We
I
knee
love it.
deep. We knee deep. It's been a minute.
I love it. Yes, congratulations on that one.
Thank
7 years
you.
strong, and we're gonna keep going. you know,
Absolutely.
to
God
get there.
willing.
Yes.
God willing.
Oh, it's gonna work, man.
Right?
You working, you believe in him. He's gonna make sure you got it for sure.
Amen.
Yes, I love it. So, you know, I just want to start off just real mild right now. And I was just wondering, can you tell us what is the Pearl Factory?
So originally the Pearl Factory, it's transitioned. It's done its thing over the last couple of years. So initially it started out as Dancing Pearls.
Okay.
And it was founded by 10 young ladies. So it was really, really dope and interesting because they called me one day randomly. I was pregnant at the time. And they're like, hey, Brianca, can you come and be a judge at our competition? I'm like, a competition? What y'all know about a competition? Like, they were like middle school kids.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, cool. Like, for sure, I'll come. So when I got there, these young ladies were, they created a competition with blocks. So there was 5 girls, they were in a neighborhood. One block had 5 girls in the house.
Oh, wow.
And the other block had 5 girls in the house.
Oh, wow.
So they met in the middle of the park to do a competition.
Oh, that's tight.
You know, it blew me away. It blew me. This is 2014.
And they do the old school street battles.
You
like,
know what? It blew me away back then. So when I arrived, I had to tell y'all, my mind was thinking so mediocre, like, oh, little kid's gonna be dancing. I'm gonna just come be like, yeah, y'all, let's go. But when I got there, y'all, they had went to the dollar store. They ironed on like things on their clothes. So they had like one team, it was black and white. So the 5 girls had white shirts, black shorts, and then the other team had black shirts, white pants. And I'm like, and they all had Jordans on. That was their uniform. So I was like, wait, when I arrived, I was like, hold on, I gotta record this. Like, wait, y'all go
This
back.
is too real.
It was real. I was like, you go back to y'all neighborhood, y'all go back. I gotta record this. So that's initially, it started off as the Dancing Pearls. It was at Brianca's Pearl Factory. Then over the years, it evolved into, you know, a whole complete dance team. We're in the parade, and it just kind of, it did its own thing, and
it's grew.
It's growing.
That's cool.
It's growing.
That's tight. So originally you didn't come up with the idea, then you were just asked to low-key help out a little bit.
I was only there. It was never me. I was only there to grow it, right? You know how they say when you plant a seed and you just pour the water and watch it grow? That's all I was there to do. So beforehand, me and some friends were considering starting a dance and cheer team, but we just couldn't get it. For whatever reason, we couldn't get it right. It was like our initials. It was SBS. I don't even remember what it said. Like, we were trying to figure it out. And I had been cheering and dancing since 2008, or coaching, directing. I've been in the game for a minute.
Right.
So I always tell people that they are the actual founders of Dancing Pearls. It was just me watering it.
Yeah, you just got hired on to be the face.
Putting them in the studios, teaching them to dance. But I always say they're the faces. It's not really me.
You just invested in
I just invested.
That's tight. You know what it reminds me of, bro? It reminds me of those movies where the dude doesn't even care about coaching, but then they just call him up like, yo, man, we need a coach, we need you. And they actually know they're the championship team because this person's low-key legendary. You know, like, that's beautiful right there. Like, the call came to you.
It did.
That's
it
tight.
did. Purpose, you know, it finds you. Even when you try to leave it, it will hunt you down. Okay.
That's
God's
good. You
rule
just
will have
accepted
its
it.
way.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's good. I'm glad you didn't fight off then. I'm glad you didn't fight off.
No, it was, you know, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. You know, everything has its challenges. At the age of 24, you don't think about being out still dancing and cheering with young kids.
Right.
24, you're thinking about, I don't know, the club, your friends, your boyfriend, where your man at, where your girlfriend at. You're not thinking about being in the community, but that's where I was. And you can relate. You've been out there too.
Yeah, no, and I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking the same thing because, like, at 24, where was I at? I graduated college at 21. We were throwing parties at the deck for a little while. But while we were throwing parties at the deck, we started doing Enough Said. So it's like we was doing like double the dose almost at the same time. But Enough Said was the one that just stuck for the longest. You know, and yeah, 25, 26, I didn't expect to be out there trying to coach kids or, you know, I didn't even think I had that in me.
Me either.
But then, you know, maybe you can relate then. Did it like just fulfill you in a way you didn't even know you could be fulfilled?
Absolutely.
Right.
Those babies were my world. Those were my daughters. They were my girls. I had to protect them. And when I let it go, I still felt responsible. You know, when I took a season to not do it, you know, some of my girls were pregnant and they're just out here doing crazy. And I'm like, I gotta pick it back up, you know? And yeah, definitely.
That's real.
Definitely.
That's 100% real. I feel the same way when we stopped doing Enough Said for a while. You know, I seen some of the kids still, definitely like events and stuff. You know, a lot of them were Brandon's family and stuff. They're all doing really good though. I saw them last weekend at the kickball event and it was doing really good. But yeah, some of those I just like wish like, man, I don't know where this kid is at. You know, like this is only the one time I seen this kid was at Enough Said. I don't know how he found us or nothing. I'm upset I didn't keep in touch with him the way I did. You know? But on the flip side, I'm happy I did keep in touch with the ones I did. Damon, go back and check out the superhero episode. He's doing amazing. He's a senior now. He got, bro, when I first met him.
Wait, you said a singer?
Bro, he's a senior.
Oh, senior. Yeah,
Senior.
Okay,
Oh, no, not a singer.
wait.
What?
No.
Transitioned.
No, not yet. Not yet. I'm not gonna lie. Devon is he's what Triv is. Like, he has imagination beyond this world, low key. Like, he was giving me an idea the other day, and I was like, bro, do not think that's dumb. Just because it doesn't exist, that is real. If it's in your head, it can be real, and you can make it happen. Let's run with it. You know, don't shoot it down. But you know, when I first met him, he was a sophomore in high school. He was a 7th grader.
Yeah.
Now he's a senior in high school, straight A's pretty much, A's and B's. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm shocked. He's got done working his first job. This whole summer job, he was doing all the water and stuff. Taking walks. I got him trying to journal now. Trying to think of things he wants to do. Just trying to, encourage him the best way I can, do the best I can with him, And it's lovely. I love it, I enjoy seeing his face every Sunday. Or every Tuesday, my apologies.
It's awesome.
Yes, I love it.
That's exciting.
So now that you are rocking again with the pearls, where are you guys, or what do you guys actually do now other than just dance?
So right now, things are actually in the process of coming about, right? So it's transitioned from worldly dance to mentorship, where it's becoming, and I can't fully answer it, but there's being books produced from the Dancing Pearls, there's summits being produced, there's teaching them how to just govern themselves, just everything that I went through and I wish I had then, I'm developing now.
Yes.
And I'm not even intentionally, I just look back on it, I'm like, yo, I'm really doing this, and I've nurtured it as my baby. So right now, we aren't actually dancing, but we're going into the projects to teach it for free. Okay. Because there's places where the light's not shining, where people don't have, the resources or the ride to get their children there, or they're at work or whatever the case may be. Right. So right now we're going to them and just teaching cheer and dance and just being a light for now. And then whatever progresses from that, books, clubs, whatever, lounges, whatever, to get them to be in community. Because right now that's important for me to teach young girls is get into a community. We can't do nothing by ourselves. Right. So that's what our focus is right now.
Right. No, and that's beautiful. And like we were saying before we started recording, a village can build a strong community.
Absolutely.
And it takes a whole village to really make sure everybody's good and to watch over each other, help grow each other.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I love it. And I think that's beautiful, actually, the idea that you stop to say, these people can't come to us for help, so let me go to them. Yeah. And I think that's where the major impact happens, because just the thought of somebody coming to my door and be like, yo, I want to help you out, son. I'm here for you. And it's like, yo, you just look at life different. Yeah,
and they do. And it's for me, what it is that when you have this anguish and you have this anger and you want to see some change, you got to get mad enough about something and actually do something about it. Right. And you got to put yourself to the side to say, well, how can I get this done? A lot of people say, oh, they walking around with bonnets. I'm speaking to, the young black generation in particular. They doing this with their hair, but what are we doing to reach them? Right. Yeah, we go on Facebook and we talk about them, but kids ain't trying to hear that. Yeah. Half of them don't even have social media yet because they're still 13, 14. If they do, they're sneaking it, right? So they shouldn't have it. So what do we do to actually get out there and show them is you pop up and you be the light. And when we did go out there, it was, I didn't know. I just was moving. I'm just like, I'm just going to go. I'm going to go chill at this park, and whoever shows up, I'm just going to say, y'all want to dance? Y'all want to cheer? And the way they lit up, I was like, yo, this is it. Because it also lit me up. Yeah. I had fun. I wasn't concerned about my hair, my makeup, what I had on. Yeah, all that goes out the window when you're really in purpose. Yeah. And it goes back to you talking about being a caveman. Right now, you're doing a podcast. Y'all in purpose. Right. Y'all not concerned about what I'm doing what I like to do, and y'all both lighting up. Y'all smiling. So it's all purpose. So yeah.
Given the fact that I'm dead tired right now, we still have to do this work.
And still you're smiling. You're so excited. I just love it.
No, that's beautiful, because I felt the same way with Nuff said. Like, we used to be out there, man, the next day we'd be sore because we was playing football with the boys, whatever, but they remember that moment of us out there playing football, cramping up and stuff as, 30-year-old dudes out here trying to keep up with these 14-year-olds. But at the same time, it just felt so good at the moment. Yes. And then, it came back later, but it was worth it, though. It was all 100% worth it, and I just kind of let it work out. You know what I'm saying?
No, seriously, I was out there and I was thinking to myself, like, man, I didn't even know I can still kick. I didn't even think I could still jump. I was like, okay, we out here still doing this. All right, and those old comments they make, like, I still got it when I'm older, whatever they say. That's how I felt. Like, hey, I still got it. Oh, girl, you old.
Like, you saw me my heyday, though.
Exactly. Exactly.
I love it, man. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, so a little bit more about the pearls then. What is, from your point of view, what is your goal or purpose for the Pearl Factory?
So my goal and purpose is Pearl stands for be one positive example and respect life. That's Pearl. Positive example and respect life. So the goal is to get these young ladies to really focus on building a relationship with themselves instead of men or the world, right? What do I mean by the world? Instead of looking at celebrities that they see as idols,
What people want
right?
to see.
What people think they should be. But, and I'm not saying that I'm perfect, because I am far from it. Don't look at me, look at Jesus, okay? Because I'm not it. But as I, you know, as my leader says, as I follow Christ, follow me. You know what I mean? So the purpose is for them to know that they can be positive, that they are examples, because sometimes you think, like, as young kids, well, nobody pays attention to me. My mama's always yelling, my daddy's always fussing, my teacher's saying X, Y, and Z. But I have to remind them that there's a little sister in the house with you, or there's a little brother that's watching you, or the neighbor that comes outside just to see if you're outside. Somebody's always watching. So the goal for them is to get them in a community, and I would actually love to build a sorority. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sorority style.
Right, but a kingdom sorority, because it hits different when you don't have to meet the qualifications of the world. Like, you know, AKAs, Deltas, and I've always wanted to be an AKA, so shout out to all the AKAs out there. I did Ocatines, but I didn't meet the qualifications to become an official AKA, because you had to go to college. Well, I went to college and I got pregnant and I got married and life happened. So I couldn't go and do the things that my heart desired. So the goal for the Pearls is to build a sorority, but to the kingdom standard, where the qualifications, you don't have to meet of the world, but you can still be in a community and dress alike, party alike, you know, do little scrolls alike, or, you know, and enjoy life. So that's the goal.
I like that. That's beautiful. That's so deep.
I just want y'all to know, I ain't never tell nobody this yet. Exclusive on Just Keep It Slimming podcast.
Yes, appreciate the exclusive. Yeah, keep listening. You never know what might come.
Right.
You know? Yes. No, I love that idea though, because that was the thought we had with NXIII. That was truly the thought we did, and we actually did do. Let me word this correctly. A mini intake process. It wasn't nothing super crazy as if you was in college, of course, but yeah, we did have the kids learn some basic materials that we feel can help them, you know what I'm saying? Understand what the word NXIII truly means, you know, like how we come up with it: noble, unstoppable, focused, fearless, sacrifice, education, dream, you know. So like, we just came up with little poems for them to learn, just something that, you know, you ain't gotta share it with the world, but maybe when you're feeling tough, it might come to your head and keep you pushing a little bit, you know? So, and that's what we really build, try to build that brotherhood. Definitely all the kids around the same age. You guys are the same age. Y'all need to be low-key bouncing ideas off each other. You guys are growing together, you know? And it's cool to see a lot of those kids still hanging out with each other, even though they went to separate schools. They're on the same football teams, basketball clubs, track teams. Some of them do dirt bikes, you know what I'm saying? So
that's cool too.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. I love it. I love it. Yeah, that's beautiful.
I'm with you 100%. You said something that triggered, and I wanted to touch on it.
Yes, please.
Bring it back. I lost it. They're still hanging out and being with each other. So one thing about the Dancing Pearls, since 2014, a lot of those babies came in from maybe 4 to the oldest was probably 18. But one thing that I love is when they still see each other, they recognize each other. They're with each other. So even though they're at a football game, there could be a fight going on. It's like, hold on, that's my sister from the Pearls. Like, you okay? You good? Like, we gonna come over here. Let's call Coach Brianca, and they will FaceTime me.
All together.
Like, you know, and I'm like, I cried. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm like, oh my God, like, you guys aren't babies anymore. And I'm looking like, who is that? Because, you know, when I seen them, they were like 4. Now you see them, they're like 16. I'm like, oh, hey. But I do love that they're still doing things together. So even with NXIII, with you guys, with the young men, like, I applaud y'all, because we got to get out there and do the work. We can't just talk about it no more, because it's not like that in this world. We actually got to get our hands in dirt.
Position yourself to get in the right path. And it's you can only do it by doing it.
Yeah, come on, drop the nuggets. Come on.
That's real.
Every once in a while.
Yeah, that's wisdom.
And then the idea that they still recognize each other shows the impact you put on their life.
Oh, thank you.
So I know that makes you feel beyond special.
Yeah,
Like,
praise him.
lets you know that I did something good.
Yeah.
And I'm doing good still.
Yeah.
You know, I love it. I love it. So, shoot, you kind of asked my next question then. Why do you like being a Pearl?
For that reason, exactly. There's so many different things I can tie to it, and I'll answer. But I enjoy being a Pearl because it represents more than just a name. It's a piece of jewelry, right? So the pearl and how it's formed has so much meaning to it. You know what I mean? Like it has to go into a shell. It has to be developed. It has to take time to grow. It has to go into hiding. You got to go deep down into the sea to find it. And it's rare when you get one. So with each and every woman or young woman or even men, not in that way, but in that way, we all have to go into a secret place so we can develop and grow. You know what I mean? So when somebody grabs a hold of you, you know who you are. So that's what I really enjoy about being a Pearl. And I had to find that. You know, I thank my mom and my parents and the Holy Spirit and every leader and mentor that's come into my life that helped me understand that. I was just telling, shout out to Kamiko Walton, and I might be butchering her name, but she came when I was 14 years old into a meeting. We had cheer tryouts at Mojave, and I was so discouraged, completely discouraged, because at that time, you know, you gotta look a certain way, and at Mojave, shout out to Mojave. We made it out.
They made us a different type of breed for sure. We're a different breed for sure.
And she came and she spoke some positive words, and I had to remind her it was women like her that came to speak to young women like me that we think you're not really impacting us, but you're truly doing something. So to answer your question, that's why I enjoy being a Pearl, because someone was a Pearl for me. And they may not know it yet. And, you know, I'll do my best to maybe cross paths with them to remind them. But there have been many Pearls before me that helped me be right here, right now.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that idea. I love how you took it back to high school to when the first impact hit you.
Yeah.
Because I sit here and think all the time, like, man, I think about a lot of my coaches a lot, and it was like, at the time, I probably didn't understand. Like, my coach Armstrong, you know, a lot of people didn't like him. You know Coach Armstrong.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Coach Armstrong, you know, a lot of people didn't like him because his class was beyond hard, and, you know, he made people cry in his classroom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then, you know, as I got older, I started to realize all the lessons he was teaching me. You know what I'm saying? Yo, football is not it. That's why you guys doing study hall every day, because I know majority of the teams not going to the league, you know what I'm saying? I need y'all to get good grades, you know? And that's what made Mojave, we barely had people sit out because everybody had A's and B's during my time at least, of course. You know? But, you know, he was just teaching us so much value outside of life. You know, do all the extracurricular activities. You don't just play football, you play other sports as well, because it's going to balance back to football. You know what I'm saying? So go run track, go wrestle, go play basketball, do something, because that's going to build your balance, it's going to build your speed, it's going to be your hand-eye coordination, and then it's going to translate back to this side, you know? Yeah. So I think that was beautiful.
And that's true. There's so much truth to that. And I was just thinking the other day, all the jobs that I've had or everything I've ever done, everything ties back to what you do now. You know, I was in DECA, BSU, student body, student council, cheerleading, track, dance, and all of those things today has helped me with marketing, how I speak to people. You know, you just never even think. I'm like, yo, this is amazing. So you gotta keep walking that out. You know?
You gotta keep walking out, and you gotta reflect on it, not in a negative way, but in a positive way, to what did this teach me? You know, because a lot of people, they look at it as, all he did was run me to death, you know. Nah, he told you keep your legs moving. You know what I'm saying?
Hello?
Like, you gotta just look at it a different way and just figure out, what did you actually learn.
It's like you gotta question why they're saying the things they're doing to you, or saying to you. Like, I mean, to go back for me, one of my biggest influential moments was like being in 5th grade with the teacher that I had, Mr. Friedrich. Shout out to you. I actually donated to him for like twice, because like the class he's teaching right now, he's like, hey, you guys can make a podcast, so can I get a GoFundMe for, you know, helping these kids like create a voice for themselves and things like that. And I threw him like $60-something, and I was like, hey, me and my brother just started doing this at the beginning of the year. We do it every Monday. Like, y'all can keep doing it, keep swimming, you know? So it's just, and from that, or like one of the college professors that I had my freshman year, he was an English teacher, but for the first time in my life, because you know how English is like, oh, it has to be this certain way, or or not that, but you have to write it a certain way. Oh, make your outline and blah blah blah. But some people don't work like that. I didn't work like that. I just freestyled from my thought and then put it on the paper. And he's like, hey, whatever works for you works for you. Figure it out, just do it. And it's like, now I have the idea, the thought, the just the mindset of
do it your way.
Do it my way. Yeah, as long as it's not hurting anybody, as long as it's doing the best, as long as I'm getting the things I need to get done, then it doesn't matter how it gets done. And then reflecting off of that, I shouldn't be judging people for the way they be doing things.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, I'll support them if they keep doing the same thing over and over, then I'm gonna mention it, but like, I can't change it, so I'm gonna let you do you.
Yeah. That's beautiful, bro. And I love the idea of what you said of like, I was going to use my college example too. I think his name was Fulton, Mr. Fulton. I don't know. It was somebody that I was upset that it took me so long to take his class. I took his class my senior year.
Oh, really?
My senior year, second to last semester, I took his class. And I'll never forget, he taught me like the ultimate lesson. It was a PR class. And he was like, every week I need a paper due. In the back of my mind, I started stressing. You need a paper every week? You tripping, bro? Like, that's a lot. And then I was like, how long does it have to be? He's like, how long as it needs to be. And I'm like, can you verify that? He was like, okay, well, the topic of the paper was I need to go around and look at some type of advertising. That's why I can't look at TV the same now. I didn't go around and see some type of advertisement and write a paper on it pretty much. But it could be as long as it needs to be to explain what it needs to explain. So if it only takes 2 sentences to explain it, 2 sentences. If it takes you 5 papers to do it, 5 pages to do it, you know, but just explain what you need to explain, you know. And he really started me thinking differently to the point of, hey, I don't have to be a cookie cutter. You know what I'm saying? I can be unique in my own way and still get the same message across.
You set your own standards.
So I set my own standards, you know. Or on top of that, right? I set my standards, so like you said, when I feel like it's good and ready, it's like, yep, it's done, it's baked, it's ready to go. Now I know when to hand it out to the world, you know.
What that reminds me of is just taking the limits off of ourselves. You know, we live in a world that's full of limitations, but when you're not of this world, we just live in it, you realize that there is no limit. You can do whatever you want. He said, write the paper. You like, well, give me the qualifications. Just write the paper. Just get it done. Whatever you do, just going back to what you said, do what works for you. You know what I mean? And it just works.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Don't have to worry about condemnation from anybody except the Lord, and even then He's graceful. So it's
even then,
be nice to yourself, be nice to others,
and just keep swimming.
100%.
Yes, I love it. So another question for you.
Sure.
You mind if I call you Bree?
Yeah, definitely.
Make sure.
Definitely.
Hey,
I think that's all you ever called me.
Hey, man, some people. So the reason I ask is my frat brother Elijah. Shout out Noopy. We called him Eli for the whole college party 5 years after college, and finally one day he said, "I never liked when you guys call me Eli," and I'm like, "Whoa, it's been a long time, bro. I wish you told me this 4 years ago, so I could have stopped this habit. So now I make sure I call him by his full name. So I just want to make sure.
I appreciate that. You making sure you don't cross boundaries. That's good with me.
My favorite lesson is one of my favorite things I learned is the only thing in life that you truly own is your name. So make sure people call you what you want to be called. You know what I'm saying? If they correct your name, make them spell it right. If they call it wrong, make sure they say it right. Don't just have people calling you whatever your name. You own your name. Own your name.
That's right. That's right.
But so that leads me to my next question is, what are your biggest struggles when it comes to building the Pearl Factory, being a Pearl?
What are my biggest struggles with building the Pearl Factory and being a Pearl? Being in my own way. For a while, I was so fixated on my way, or I was concerned about my image or what people would think, or how is this gonna look, or what are these girls gonna wear, and what are people gonna say about what they have on. Those were my biggest challenges. And then having to deal with what I knew to be right, but struggle with what was pleasing to people, right? And for a long time, I dealt with people pleasing, you know, and I had to shake that real quick.
It's a hard thing to shake.
Yeah.
Man, but when you do shake it, it's so freeing, you know?
Yeah.
Thank you. It's so freeing when you're not concerned about what people have to say about what you do, because then you realize once you get out of your own way and you allow, I believe in Jesus Christ. So when you allow him to do what he needs to do through you, you just sit back, you like, I would have never thought of this.
Right,
you know, I would have never. I would have been so stuck on, we probably still would have been sitting at Desert Pines, you know, just doing the basics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's so much bigger than that. So I think that was honestly the greatest challenge of, you know, with the pearls. And yeah, that was the biggest challenge.
No, and that's beautiful, because I feel that, you know, me personally, I feel I always stand in my way. I'm an overthinker. I think too much, whatever. And I kind of had an epiphany last night. Let me know if it makes sense to you guys. So I had the epiphany last night that I'm always trying to keep the peace, which caused me my peace.
Yeah.
So I need to be comfortable. I need to learn to get my peace, even if it breaks the peace. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah,
it does.
Yes,
Yeah, so,
absolutely.
And that's what I've been trying to really work on recently. Like, I know it may be, you know, it's easier not to say nothing, or it's easier to step to the side, or, oh, this is how you want to do it, okay, go do it. You know, but it's like, nah, I need to start vocalizing my opinion. I need to start speaking my heart and following what I feel my heart says is right. You know, even though you may think it's wrong, that's your idea.
Yeah.
You know, that's your mindset, but if something's telling me that this is right for me, and I need to follow that path.
Yeah.
I mean, exactly what you said is what I went through last week. You know, I'm not going to get explicit with that, but, you know, just learning that, hey, I need to really take care of myself and my energy, because, like, doing my best to try to please, you know, this other person, it's like,
It's not gonna work.
for the fact of the matter, it's just not working out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and then it kind of came back to me last night a little bit too, because, you know, the thought of like, oh, making sure everybody else is good, or, you know, things around me while I'm dancing. And it's like, then the thought came in my head like, yo, let me, like, I don't care who's around me. I'm just enjoying myself right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm tired. I'm gassed. Like, I'm starting to get up into that age where it's like I'm not super young anymore. So, yo,
I guess.
I'm gonna go sit down.
23.
The youngest one in the room.
I'm an old soul though. I'm
For sure.
tired.
For
But
sure, that's cool.
I went to go sit down in the back, and I was just chilling, and the homies was hitting me up. It's like, oh yeah, we in the front. I'm like, for sure, I'm gassed right now. I'ma still sit in the back. Oh yeah, it's the last performance right now. I'm still tired. I'ma sit in the back. Yeah. Oh, okay, that one song, he's ending the show. Okay, I'll come up to the front, meet up with y'all, and now we can leave.
Yeah.
But I'm too tired right now. I just need to relax.
Do what you need for yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And what it comes down to is just knowing you. It's an identity thing.
Yes.
At the end of the day, we all at some point struggle with it, you know. And I still every day have to continue to know who I am and stand on that. Because when you know who you are and whose you are, can nothing shake your peace.
Right.
There's an amazing book that I read quite often, is The Boundaries. And
I love it.
Oh
yes.
my God.
I need to listen to it again. I'm behind on it.
Keep reading it, because when you draw that line, you already know, like, hey yo, y'all crossing this line. You know, that's my piece. Like, we can't have nothing come over here and shake that. So yeah, keep reading it.
I love it. Yeah, no. You know what? I got in my audio book.
Yeah.
I listened to it like 3 times already. I just need to. It's a new month, new quarter. I need to listen to it again. For
Yes,
sure.
and that's one book that I will continuously read, like, over and over and over, because I catch different nuggets, and I'm like, I need to fix that about myself. Hey yo, that situation, I'm gonna go back and revisit that. You know what I mean? And even though it's past already, you know, and it's not that you're revisiting the past, but you're setting the standards for the future.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's always good to go back.
No, that's. Go ahead.
I was gonna say go back, but don't stay there.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's what I was about to say. So, you know, let's get personal then.
Let's go.
You know, this week I had a conversation with Dad or whatever.
Yeah.
Just one-on-one, just to talk about our relationship in general, you know. And then it was just like, it was worrisome, of course, to say what I needed to say or, you know, express what I felt I needed to express. I didn't know how he was going to respond, but then
especially with how we grew up and everything. Too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, definitely with his dominant mindset and the way he just speaks sometimes. But then it got to the point where it was like, me holding this in is holding me back. And God is trying to pour more into my life, but me holding on to this is not giving it no room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I need to let this go. I need to find peace in this situation so I can get what else is coming to me. Because right now, me holding on to this, you only have two hands, you know what I'm saying? You can't pick up no more groceries. You know, the steak's on the ground, you know, you got vegetables, you mad as hell. It's like, drop something you don't want so you can pick up the steak, you know what I'm saying? Like, real talk though, you have to let that go, and I found that beautiful. Like, find that peace.
How'd it go for you? Or
it was amazing, bro. I feel amazing, bro. Like by Friday, shoot, Thursday after I left the parents' house on Thursday, bro, I was on the freeway smashing, singing, boy, you bringing me joy, joy. Bro, I was killing that Boyz II Men song. Yeah, man, I was down there crib walking to YG. I was just feeling good. I came home. I didn't go sleep that night till like 1 because my energy was just so high. It was just so high. It wasn't like I did nothing epic or like won $1 million. It was just more of I faced a fear that I was fearing for no reason. And I finally just realized that I let that go, and it just seems like so much has started coming. Like all these ideas started coming to my head, and bro, I couldn't go to sleep. I was on the couch and stuck. Like I couldn't go to sleep. My mind just kept running, you know. But it was positive running though. It wasn't like negative stress running. It was like, oh, I can do this, I can do that. Where's my pen and paper at? You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And that's how I felt when I opened up to you guys about like, you know, when I had that almost OD scare and things like that. And like I finally just let that side go of that just negativity and like low key just those demons and stuff. Right. And opened up to the parents about all of that
life.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, well now they get to see more of their son and
who we really are
with their growth on their own path at their age, and it's like I'm seeing more of who they are, and it's just like, I don't know, it just brings everything together.
It makes it so much, it makes it so easier, and it's like the room is so much brighter when you can understand that every person in the room is his own human being. Yeah. Everybody's going through their own mind. Everybody has their own little inner voice. Everybody has their own story, their own struggles, their own depressions, their own heartaches. And when you can start realizing that, it just makes you accept a lot of people so much easier, you know? Like, you just love people a lot easier, you know?
And you're realizing that nobody's arrived. Not even us. No. We're still showing up. Our parents are still showing up. They haven't been that age yet. They're that age now. You know what I mean? Deep, so it's like you have to understand that you're still being poured into, and I have to remove this energy leak. That's what I'm hearing, y'all. And it's that's an energy leak because it's taking everything out of me. Right. And even for myself, like my mom was a big energy leak because I was always in the way of thinking I gotta be there. I gotta do everything. I gotta take care of her. I gotta make sure her nails and her hair done. And God spoke to me one day. He says, that's not your child. Right. You're not me. And I was like,
that's deep.
Oh.
Wow. Stop.
Okay.
Start doing your work.
I'm going to move out the way. And it was hard. But once I did it, I didn't realize how much bondage I was putting myself in. You know what I mean? And I was like, I'm always pointing the finger at this person. But really, it was self-bondage. Yes. Because I was so trying to be in control. It's my mom. She birthed me. And that's what the world teaches us. You know, what they say, we brought you here, we can take you out. Yeah. You know what I mean? But
not really.
Not at all. Yeah. You know, when you start learning the kingdom principles, you can't take me out. And I have to move out the way thinking I have to please you in every single way. Exactly. Or I'll be exhausted. So I'm excited for y'all.
I love it.
That's exciting.
I'm excited for you. Yeah. You're growing just as much as we are.
Yeah.
So that leads to my next question then is, what do you do to continue to grow yourself? And just you personally now, I'm not talking about the pearls, I'm talking about just Brianca. So
I am constantly seeking growth in every area. What does that mean? I believe in coaches, I believe in mentors, I believe in people that can pour into different areas of my life. So if it's business that I'm trying to advance in, if there's somebody that's mastered that, I believe in investing in that so I can learn it. If it's parenting, you know, I don't have it right. I am not perfect. So what do? I found this, shout out to Parents Together. You know, I don't know how we do that on the podcast, but anyways, Parents Together is a phenomenal app that I follow. I don't know her, I don't know who she is, but that app helped me understand things about parenting, things about my child. So what I do is I invest in every area I see myself struggling in, whether it be relational, spiritual, athletic, athletic. Thank you. I have to focus and study and draw in on it. And I'm a big book reader. You know how we are. We are big on audios and just letting it pour into the brain and taking action. Yeah. That's big too. Like at one point I would always just read, but I wasn't doing nothing.
Right. That's another low-key trap. It's like you're not on the wrong path, but you're not doing the extra step to get there. To use all the information that you're getting.
Exactly. Yeah. So you're just this knowledge just chilling there, but you're not applying it. And then once I started applying it, I was like, yo, this is amazing.
It's crazy how it all works out.
Yeah, it's all good.
That's good. That's really good. Any book suggestions at all? You already get the Boundary book.
The Boundary is, there's so many books. The Boundary is an amazing book.
What's your favorite book?
My ultimate favorite book. What is the name of it? This is bad. I can't even think of it.
Take your time.
Take your time. You gotta look it up real quick.
Yeah, let me look it up. Yeah. Let's look it up real quick.
What time, bro?
Where you are at 40.
Beautiful. Perfect time.
Yeah. Christian just said he's on his way too.
Okay. Tell him don't ring the doorbell yet until he said good.
This is crazy.
I know, you killing it. You are killing it. It is crazy. I knew you was gonna be amazing, but oh my God, you're a super guest. I'm gonna tell you right now, you will be getting another show.
Oh,
100%. 100%. You will be getting another episode.
That's an honor. I'll definitely love to come back.
Oh yes.
So I'm, what's crazy is I'm feeling the unction not to share books. I don't even know why. So I read books every single day, but for whatever reason, I am encouraging everybody who is listening to plug into the podcast, to be honest, because I believe that what you need in your breakthrough is in this podcast. Because what you guys are doing it's a mental thing. Mental health is serious right now. And I haven't looked up the podcast, I'm gonna be honest. I know you, and you reached out, and I'm like, I'm down. It doesn't matter, I'm there. But I do encourage people to plug into the podcast and to listen. Yeah. And I think that's what's gonna free a lot of people.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Sure. And that's the goal right now. That's been the goal of the podcast, is really people to think. You know what I'm saying? Not just only our guests. I know we probably have you thinking a little bit as you're sitting here. Yeah, but no, I want people that's listening to just relate. You know what I'm saying? Look, relate, think about it, put yourself in our shoes and like, you know what? I probably do need to go have that conversation with my mom and my dad.
Yeah.
Or you know what? I have been reading all these books on how to build freaking NASCARs, but I haven't even gotten to the garage yet to try to start hammering a nail in yet. Let me actually try to do that,
Yeah.
I want this thing to be like the Spartan kick into the hole for people.
Yeah.
Like, we're explaining all the information, but I want this to encourage them to just move forward and do it right now.
And then my thing is, I don't want to be a Spartan kick. I ain't trying to force nobody. I ain't trying to be nobody's hand. But I just want you to see that this dude from North Las Vegas that went to Mojave High School that, has been in debt and been in trouble with the law and been doing wrong things and making wrong turns is still changing his path and knowing that he's still growing and still going to the right path. And if I can do it, you can do it for sure.
Don't give up on yourself.
And that's always going to be a good example, and that's it.
Absolutely.
I can't do nothing else but be a good example.
That's right. There's enough out in the world that teaches you steps. Everything is about steps, and I think everybody has enough steps.
Right.
It's just time to do. Listen to the podcast and do.
Yes.
Whatever you hear, whatever drops in your spirit, your Shondell, whatever you believe in, just do it.
Just do it. Yeah. Yes, just do it. Trust your spirit, whatever spirit it is. All these too many religions in the world for you just to say, I'm in the wrong one. No, trust your religion, trust what you're doing. Just trust, faith, have faith. Faith and walk. have faith, and walk.
And it'll
Just
guide
keep
you.
swimming.
It'll guide you wherever you need to be.
Yes, yes. Amen to that. Amen to that. All right, Bree. So we're gonna roll into our end game a little bit.
Okay.
So just a few more questions, and then we'll get you out of here so you can have an amazing night. My first question is where are you still swimming to?
Where am I still swimming to? That is a phenomenal question.
Yep. That's
Got
what
him,
it is.
coach.
I am still swimming to purpose. And I am still swimming to the definition of what I've learned of success. Success is no longer in my mind money, cars, luxury things.
Right.
Success is being able to be a light and to free God's people. So I'm still swimming to figure out whatever he wants me to do. And we diving deep, okay?
Yeah,
We in the bottom of the ocean.
I'm flipping rocks over.
Yes.
Shaking out fish. Like,
Yes.
No, I love that. I love that. And I fully agree with you on that one. Like, you know, success used to be the money, car, clothes, hoes, big houses, you know, shiny diamonds, whatever it is. But now I'm to the point now, it's like, no, I just want to really learn why am I here and to see if I can help somebody else figure out why they're here. You know, and that's what it is. It's purpose, growth, and connection. Yeah, positivity. You know, because I'm just tired of all the negative in the world. You know, I talk to you all the time, bro. I can't watch TV sometimes. I'm like, man, this is a junkie. You know, this is a terrible commercial.
Yo, high key. That's why I barely watch anything now in terms of just YouTube, and luckily I have the YouTube Red, so I don't get the extra ads that just be coming in.
Man, an ad will come on sometimes, bro, and I feel it tweak my energy. Like, it just makes me like, ugh, it make me twitch. And I'm like, ugh, I don't want to hear this. And I'll shut the whole thing off. I'm like, that ad really threw me off so much that whatever this message is, it doesn't matter anymore.
And it's just a foothold into our minds because in that what you feel, I just talked about this on Facebook Live, which is so crazy or phenomenal. I can't say crazy. Things are phenomenal. Yes. The phenomenal thing about you saying is that television, the people behind it have the coin of the enemy, how I say it. So they're able to, if I can't get you to read a book, especially for our Black community, all community, whoever don't read a book, I'm going to put it on your television. I'm going to put it on ads. I'm going to put it in your schools. I'm going to put it in places where you less think it to be. My son just is experiencing, he's into like, he was into, what is this, Pokemon and Bakugan and things of that sort. And then I learned the meaning and the owners behind these things. Harry Potter, I was mind blown. I'm like, yo, kids grow up on these things, but really it's all witchcraft that these kids are practicing. My son had these toys and he opened this box and throw this toy and it's like, and I'm like, yo, that's weird. You know, not to sound all spiritual or weird,
but for real,
but it's really a thing out here. And it's in the television. Like, you know, there's all kinds of stuff. That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, bro. It just hit me now. I was on YouTube and this dude was going over like an ARG, it's like an alternate reality game type thing, but it's just like really cryptic type videos that kind of tell a story, but you know, it gives people like, oh, this is a mystery, let's go find it out. But like one of the things is like, it was like, this was kind of placed in a world where apparently Jesus didn't win the fight or something like that. So it's like, okay, we're going through this, and it's like one of the things that just came up because you were saying that was like the TV. Like those demons would come into the, you know, into our like living space and like terrorize the people into like submission and then take over whatever they had. And it's just like, dude, how much media am I actually consuming? And like high key, that's just a excellent way to broadcast those types of energies. And it's like, I don't want to watch this. I want to watch the things that I choose to watch for a purpose. If it's not for my purpose, I don't really want to watch it. Because I'd rather be doing something else, like either treating myself, helping others, hanging out with others, making connections, doing my music, growing in some type of way. Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, and I fully agree. And you know, while we touching on that, then one thing I want to throw out there is make sure I got this right. Watch what you watch while you're eating. So what I mean by that is when you're eating and you're intaking food, whatever you're watching, it's sticking a little bit better because you're chewing and you're swallowing stuff. So it's kind of like you're giving whatever you're watching power, because as you're eating and chewing, you're digesting it. You know what I'm saying? So you're truly digesting it. And like me personally, when I eat, I try to throw on a TED Talk or, you know, freaking how it's made to learn how things are made. Something sciencey. I'm a science guy, so I don't see how things are made. But, you know, throw on something more positive. Don't watch the rap music videos as you're eating dinner. Don't be watching the bloody shows, the Vampire Diaries, whatever it is. I understand you may like it or whatever, but that's not a show you should watch while you're eating food.
Yeah.
When you're eating food, you should be watching something that's going to nurture your body as well as your mind.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a supernatural thing. So even though you may feel like you're just eating a meal, you're actually eating whatever you're watching.
Yes.
So in the kingdom, the music is huge.
Yes.
In the kingdom, they say, you know, eat the word of God. And for a minute, it took me a while to understand that, but it means like read it, like you're actually getting fed. Yeah. So going back to what you said, when you're eating your meal, but you're watching, I don't know, Dragon Ball Z, I don't even know, no shade, I don't even know who you are. But when you're watching these things, you're inviting, as you said, all of that into yourself. So
And crazy about DBZ, like as much as we love it, like the Japanese word for Super Saiyan is like a Super Saiyajin, and I think that's like like demon or something like that.
Yes,
it's
it
just
is.
Like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
No, and that's sick, bro. And that's sick. Like, you hurt my feelings just now.
I'm hurt too.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I love Dragon Ball Z, but my thing is about Dragon Ball Z is I love the thought of how these people get beat down by life and think about to lose a battle, but they never give up, and them never giving up always brings out this energy that they never knew they had, that always takes them to the next level. That is what they need to beat the obstacle at hand.
And they're doing it for good. Like, for it's good.
not for evil.
Yeah.
So this is how it works, because I actually took time to study it, believe it or not.
Really?
And then you guys do the research yourself. Please. Anybody listening, do the research yourself.
Always
Never take something what somebody says and run with it. No, do the work yourself. So what I learned with it was that they actually take biblical terms and convert it. So they say the demon, that the enemy knows the word of God just like God does. So with those shows, they take biblical terms and they throw in a little bit of what they want to consume the mind. So it's teaching you, because that's how I started watching. My baby was watching. I was like, son, that was good. Rewind that. She was talking about life things. But then when I actually took the time to look into, I forgot what it was called. What do you call it? Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, when I took the time to actually research it, I was like, the owner of it believes that he is a king of the demon world. So he has his shows it's Bakugan. So his shows were actually removed from television, so he created toys and other things to keep getting it out
there.
You know, so somebody saw fit, like, that's not it. This was back in a long time ago. So he created other avenues to get it out. If you realize it, there is no broadcasting, but it's on Netflix to access it. It's on YouTube. And on YouTube, there's no discrimination. You put it out, you put it out. So do the research on it. And there's life lessons in it. It's dope, but it's all biblical. It's everything in there they're doing is all Bible.
When I found God, all the life lessons and wisdom that I gained before finding him and then reading the Bible, it's like, yo, everything I learned is still right here and more of it.
And more, and that's my main thing, and more.
And
if
more.
you actually read it and look deep dive, it's and more. You know, to the level. Well, my thing is also the misinterpretations. You know, the idea, like, for example, my favorite one, what did they say? The root of all evil. Love of money is the root of all evil. No.
Like the consumption, not the consumption, it's like the...
Money is the root of all evil. But the true line is the love of money is the root of all evil. Sorry, my apologies. So... You know, money is here. It's going to need money, of course. But you having that greediness of money, I need the money, I'm gonna do whatever for the money. That one makes it evil.
And it's not even always just the money. It's just the overindulgence of anything that's not necessary to your soul.
Amen. And basically what it says is that you can't honor two gods. Money is a god too, and God, Jesus Christ, is a god too. So we need the money. He wants all of us to be rich, period. So we love it. But the way you love it and how you put it before him, what does that mean? You want to work overtime. You want to be at work all day long because you think, but you work 60 hours a week and your bill's still hitting your account in overdraft because you place money before the belief of the freedom you already have.
Exactly.
You're already free. Clock in, clock out, go home and do what you want to do to keep yourself at peace.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Hey, man, I love it. I love it. All right, my last questions for you is I ask everybody who comes on the show, of course. I ask you before again. Do you have a quote you'd like to share with us?
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
So the quote that I live by is a quote that my father told me when I was 14 years old. He said, "Angel, this world puts a standard on beauty and success. Don't let beauty and success put a standard on you."
Ooh.
And that's Crush 777. That was his DJ name. And I put that on everything at 14. Because at 14, we go through the hardest things. So I put it on notebooks, sticky notes, plan it everywhere to remember that you are better than what the world says you are. Yeah.
That's deep. Can you share that one more time?
Yeah, this world puts a standard on beauty and success. Don't let beauty and success put a standard on you.
Because it's of this world, not by God.
Yeah.
That's deep. I love that one.
Yeah.
I really
Shout
love
out
that.
to Pops.
Yes, please. Shout out to
In
Pops.
heaven.
Yes, that was an amazing one. That was an amazing quote. The last thing for you is I know you said right now you guys are in the works of getting the Pearl Factory rocking and rolling again. Is there any information you want to throw out there so people can possibly sign up or get their daughter signed up or find you or anything?
Oh, sure. That's cool. So follow me as I follow Christ. You can go to b1pearl.com, and that's where everything will be launched and released. I haven't told anyone, but I've written a book. So
oh, wow.
Yeah, that'll be coming out. I ain't told nobody.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, you know what? When you drop the book, we'll get you back on here for the exclusive on that.
Aww.
And then, we'll get that going for sure.
Ooh.
I love that. I love that idea.
Wow, yeah.
Yes, great. I love it. Well, Bree, I just want to say I appreciate you for being with us today, man. You killed the episode. I feel you dropped a lot of knowledge. I know you helped somebody out there listening for sure. Unless they're not really listening. Unless the Dominant Beat is just too fire this week, they can't hear it.
Hey, but sometimes it be like that.
Please listen to the words.
Light them up.
Go back, play this over one time because there's so much going on right now. She dropped so much knowledge. So we just want to say we appreciate you. Truly appreciate you for being here. Yes.
Thank you guys. It's an honor. I'm proud of y'all. Keep pushing. Keep on keeping on, y'all.
Just keep swimming.
Always.
Exactly. Yes, ma'am. We hope the best for you and all your endeavors. We hope we made you think a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yes. Donovan, I just want to say I appreciate you for being here with us again today, bro.
Of course.
And thank you for sponsoring today's episode, Mr. 13.
Thank you. I've been meaning to work on an intro and outro slate so we can put it on, but I think I just need another space or break to let this next track marinate, so I need to work on some other projects real quick. So
Got you. Wow, man. But I just want to say I thank you for sponsoring the episode. You know what I'm saying? So make sure go check out 13's Beats, the number 13 Beats.
Yep.
You already got the IG. Everything's already in the bio all the time.
Yep.
Always. What, you posting new stuff every Friday?
I actually just posted the last pre-made stuff, so I have to make like a whole nother set.
Ooh, it's about to be raw real soon, y'all.
Yeah, it's starting to get into the more recent beats, and that's gonna be wee.
So please make sure to check that out. Everybody out there listening today, we truly appreciate you guys for spending your time with us today. You already know, any questions, comments, concerns, send to us at jkspodcast702@gmail.com or reach out to us on IG, on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. Any questions you have for Miss Brianca, please send them over. We'll forward them to her. Or you can go on her IG and make sure you send questions to her. Get your daughter signed up for the Pearl Factory because everybody needs mentoring. We all need these great pearls to make some more pearls. So I just love it. And with all that being said, I hope you have a great day, a splendid afternoon, a wonderful evening. And remember, just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Go ahead and say it.
Just keep swimming.
There we go. Appreciate it.